Good afternoon. Today what we're doing is we're going to build a vice grip holder. And how this came about was I had a guy that came up to me and he found something on the internet, he wanted to copy it, and it basically holds 20 vice grips. And I looked at it and I thought that is the best project I've ever seen for somebody that's starting out in welding. Technically there is no welding, it's all cutting, but it uses a variety of different machines. So I thought, let's get into this and let's build one and make it our own, alright? So that's what we did. How are we going to start here? We're going to start by kind of showing you the design, I guess. So we're cutting this. This is a short break line, so it's cut. The picture's like, a third of what it actually would be. But plasma cutter's going to cut this out, put these little fingers on here. And I know I'm a terrible artist. That's my horrible drawing of a vice grip right there. It looks like the shark off of Jaws, but what am I going to do? I can't draw. And we're going to do two bends in it after we cut it. One at 90 and one at 160 degrees. The 90 degree will be right here, so that's going to come out at you away from this whiteboard. And then the 160 will be right here, about 5/8 of an inch down. And then the vice grip, all we care about, get rid of this horrible drawing, is this part of it right here. Alright? If you've never seen a vice grip before, by the way, and you're in the welding world, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being a big deal, 1 being not that big of a deal, it's a 10. You need to know what vice grips are. So we're going to write that up here, 10. Everything that's welded gets clamped down, and sometimes it needs to have a lot of clamps. That's why we have 20 slots here for vice grips. Every welder has a bucket full of vice grips, or they have a pipe where they're all lined up on a pipe, but there's no organization whatsoever usually to somebody that has a bucket full of vice grips. So we're trying to do a little organization here. So this screw that goes down into here will slide in between the slot right here, which we bent up like this, so it'll hang about like this. If you can't visualize that, that's fine. You'll see it when we're done. That's my thought process as far as what we're going to do here. What are we going to be using? Okay, so this as a project, what will you be using? We're going to start out by drawing in AutoCAD. Automated cutters. We're going to use a plasma. You can see right here, whether you're using a laser, whether you're using a water jet, you've got to draw the part first, all right? So we're going to draw the part, put the name of our YouTube station, TV Weld, in the top, and kind of make it a little artsy, I guess. But we're going to have to draw it first, then you got to import it into the plasma. So we import it to the plasma, just use a thumb drive, and then nest it into whatever you're cutting out. Then you're going to have to grind it, you're going to have to do a wire wheel job, probably going to do a little grinding to get the slag off. Then we're going to go to the iron worker, and we're going to punch 2 holes in it. Now I know a lot of people are going to say, well, why don't you just program that into the AutoCAD drawing? And the reason I'm not going to do that is because I haven't made these yet. I don't really know where I'm going to put it. So I don't know where to put it in the AutoCAD drawing. So I'm just going to use the iron worker. And if you're using this as a project, it gives you another piece of equipment to use, right? Then we're going to program a press brake. We got a nice press brake out there, 60-ton capacity. And we're going to program it to do your 160 first and then your 90-degree bend. That's just the order we're going to do. Hopefully, in my head, I think that won't pinch or anything, but 160, then 90, and the press brake. Then I'm going to get it powder coated, and then I'm going to install, which will be just 2 lag bolts going into a piece of tin, because that's what's the inside of my shop, and we're going to mount up the vice grips after that, and I'll show you a video of that, of the final product, of course, because that's kind of one of the most important things. And if none of this makes sense yet, we're going to go out in the lab, get into this thing, and it'll all smooth out, I promise. So here we are in the AutoCAD file. You can see I just drew this thing with 20 slots for vice grips. So we're going to throw this on a thumb drive and take it out and import it into the plasma cutter. So here we are at the plasma. We just downloaded the program, set the parameters. Now all we got to do is burn this thing out. have this press brake through two bends. The first one is going to go about 5/8 of an inch down here on these little fingers, if you will. It's going to bend it to 160 degrees. These feet automatically move for the two bends. So then those feet right there at 5/8 of an inch. Here, I'll just do this real quick so you can see. So we're going to put this in there at 5/8 of an inch. Bend it. Then the feet should automatically move back to the next bend, which is going to put these up. There it goes. That's at 2 and some change inches. And it's going to put a 90-degree bend there. And then I'll show you the after product when we get it done, and it all makes sense then. But what we'll do is we'll film me actually doing the bends now. Then we'll come back to 5/8. So let's actually do the bends. It should make sense once I do the bends. Alright, so we're going to start right here with our 5/8 of an inch bend at 160 degrees. So it's not going to bend it real far. So put that little edge on it. You can see, I'll put a close up here after we get a little further into it here. This should be 90 degrees, and that'll complete the bending process for this project. Alright, I'll get a close up. So before we mount this to the wall, just wanted to come in here and give you a little close up of what we just did. And all I could find are these tiny little vice grips here. I don't know where the heck all the vice grips are, but you can see the bend. Right there is your 160, there's your 90. Then you just put the screw on the back of the vice grips in there, and it holds 20 clamps. So what I'll do is I'll mount this to the wall now, and we'll take a look at it. First I gotta get it powder coated, then I'll mount it to the wall. So we'll powder coat it, mount it to the wall, and then I'll show you the final product. Alright, I just installed this thing. This is our close-up, and you can see the fingers hold the vice grips in. Real nice. We'll get one final shot of this, then we're going to head out. Alright, one final look at this thing. I'm missing a lot of vice grips, and you know why? Because I didn't have a vice grip holder, and now I do. And as I find them, I'll organize them, and we'll be good to go. So thanks for watching and subscribing to TV Weld, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.